Hello everyone. So for today's video, I thought I would talk to you about some of the stuff that I'm going to be getting soon from Rehab Services for the Blind. But before I do that, you're kind of getting two videos today because I goofed up. I accidentally uploaded the wrong video, so I almost dropped the phone. I had to take the old one down and upload the new one. So, with that being said, I am officially, the order is being placed this week. Officially, I am getting a braille display. It's supposed to be here in July, and I can't wait. I'm getting the hymns braille display that I was telling y'all about, but it's officially happening. Alpha Point had submitted a list of cooking recommendations also, and he's gonna look at that and see what he can and can't get me. He said that there's some stuff like an air fryer that he's not sure that he can get me. I might have to get that myself, which is fine. I kind of already knew that. So I'm super excited to see what all I get, and he said my braille display should be here in July, and when it gets here, he will bring it to me. I'm so happy. You guys don't realize that I've fought for a braille display for over 5 years. It started over 5 years ago when I requested a braille display, but I had no earthly idea what I was doing, and they suggested the PackMate Omni. And I said yes because I didn't realize that it was gonna be pretty much useless, and I, again, didn't know what I was doing. And it is pretty much useless. So I have been fighting for a braille display. I have pleaded, I have bargained, I have offered to trade my PackMate Omni for a braille display. I was actually about to give up, and then I went to Alpha Point, and they were like, well, we can recommend that you get one, that should help. And I was like, okay, please do. But yeah, so thanks, Jem at Alpha Point, for recommending that. And I'm finally getting a braille display. I'm so excited. I know that this video is really short, but I honestly don't know what else I can say. Oh, so I don't really remember what all is on the list as far as cooking stuff goes, but I do know for sure the oven mitts were on the list. And I'm pretty sure they have a double spatula on the list, but I can't be certain that it actually made it there. It's got a handle with like two spatulas, one on top and one on the bottom, and it kind of looks, I call it a sandwich. It kind of sandwiches the food in between the two spatulas, and then you just pick it up and it holds it in between the two, and then you just turn it over like that. And then she said something about recommending this cutting board with a knife attached. It's called the pivot board. I'll show all this to you if I get it. But it's really handy for me to have because I have a hard time using a knife because of my hand strength. So I'm really hoping that I get that, and I think she recommended a liquid level indicator and a meat thermometer as well. I'm so excited! And a liquid level indicator is a device that hooks on to the outside of a cup or something that you're going to pour hot liquid in that you need to measure. and it basically kind of looks like a thermometer, and you basically put the other end into the cup or whatever you're measuring into, and at the point where you want the liquid to stop, and when it reaches that point it will beep and it will say something like level reached, and then you stop pouring at that point. It's really cool, and it saves your fingers from being burnt. And if I'm remembering correctly, they're also going to, or they also recommended that I get a talking meat thermometer, and I already said that. And what else did they say? They said something else cooking wise. They recommended an air fryer and a George Foreman, but again, those are mainstream things, so I don't think Rehab Services for the Blind can get those for me, but I would love to have those. Those are super easy for me to use. What else did they recommend? I'm trying to think. They recommended something called a Penfriend, and if you don't know what that is, okay, I'm dating myself, but if you were alive in the 90s, they had this cool device that came out called a vibrating pen. And what it was an ink pen that came with a set of 3 ink cartridges, and you put one in it and you flipped a switch and you started writing with it, and it vibrated as you wrote. That was literally the coolest thing ever. Anyway, the Penfriend kind of looks like that. Kind of looks like that pen. And it comes with a set of labels, and you hold the Penfriend over the label, and you press a button on the top of it, and it records your voice, and you can label something, like say a can of corn. You can say, "This is a can of corn," and you can put any other statement that you want to put as long as it's 30 seconds. And you can stick that to a magnet or whatever. I would highly recommend reusing labels, so once you make a label for that can of corn, stick it on a magnet, because they're stickers, so you can take them off the sheets and stick them on a little round magnet deal. And you can get the little round magnets at like a hobby store. But anyway, I think they might have recommended that I get one of those. And if so, that's going to be really handy to have around the kitchen, because that means that I can label my vegetables, I can label my meat in the freezer, and I can reuse those labels so I don't got to re-record them every single time I get new products. Anyway, if that happens, I will talk more about each device, because I plan on making videos about them. And that is all I have for you, so I hope you liked this video enough to give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment if you have something to say. Questions, suggestions are welcome. And for today's question of the day, what piece of technology are you most excited about getting? It doesn't have to be new, it just has to be something that you're going to get that you haven't gotten yet, if anything. Leave a comment down below and let me know. Like my Facebook page and follow me on Twitter. Both of these are Steffi2010. Can be found on my YouTube page below the About section, and can also be found down in the description below, along with a link to transcribe and add closed captions to any or all of my videos, including this one. You can do this for any language other than English. I would really appreciate it if you would. And you can do this for all of them, including the one that you're watching right now, or you can do it for none. But if you do it, I would really appreciate it, and I would give you a big giant hug if I could. I gotta come up with some reword for that, y'all. 'Cause I really do appreciate it. If you can, please share this or any of my other videos with your friends through social media. Send it to a friend through email, text, Twitter, Facebook, all of that. Share the love. Let's bring in new people. We could always use new people, right? Right. So let's share the love. I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.